So this is part two. Part one, I talked about the Kenya Morans and Kenya Lioness teams, the national teams playing in this game against the Ghana Revenue Authority, a team that hails from Ghana. And in this one, it's going to be quite different because I'm going to talk about the state of Kenyan basketball when you remove Thunder from the picture. So the Thunder are fully committed to play in BAL Season 6. They are ready in Pretoria. They are, in a mini training camp there to prepare themselves to play as the games tip off tomorrow, as per recording of this video. So the thing is, no other team outside the Thunder can be able to sell tickets. I've seen in these whole games that they have put together, the KBF are trying to, get teams to match up against this Ghana Revenue Authority team. They're just flopping hard. Nobody cares about these games. Look at even the streams, look at the fans who are there. None are there. Nobody cares about these games because these matchups have come at the absolute worst time ever. This is poor timing. Kenyan basketball is not at the point where you can just set up games just for the sake and you think you can ride the Thunder's wave. So I've been very opinionated about the Thunder. I've been talking and I've said so many things about the Thunder. Some of them are, spot on and they are facts based. And some of them are, my opinion and what I think about it. But if you look at it closely, you'll see that the Thunder have done so much work and effort to build their brand and make sure that their presence is felt throughout the whole basketball ecosystem in Kenya. And majority of the teams, the only way they can try to show that they are relevant is when they attach their name to the Thunder. And I'm talking about Ulinzi, Umoja, KPA, Equity, those teams. When they play against the Thunder, that's when the games, have some sense of, clout when Thunder is there. But when you remove Thunder, these teams, nobody cares about them at all. And they have not invested anything on their own brands. And this is something that is puzzling because the Thunder came in 2023, acquired by Twende, and they revolutionized how we're looking at Kenyan b-ball. These other teams did not pick up anything. At some point, KP and Ulinzi in 2021, 2022, at that time, that was the games, that was the matchup to watch, that was the game to watch. But if you look at it, right now, even when they go ahead and play, nobody cares about it. Even this game, the Kenya Morans and Kenya Lioness team against the Ghana team, the Ghana Revenue Authority team, this game will have zero fan interest. Nobody will care. The Nyayo gym that is always filled when the Thunder play will be so empty to the point where you will not even see anyone interested because many people are interested in the Thunder matchup in BAL. That is the biggest game in the continent. Nobody cares. KBF made a very big mistake. They are illegitimate and incompetent, so I expect nothing less from them. I don't expect anything more from, from an illegitimate KBF who think they have the authority to do anything. They have put these games at the worst timings possible. And this has, I can even say eventually it will hurt their bottom line. They're trying to sell tickets. Let's see if they can sell tickets with these games. The whole objective of trying to, a team marketing itself is to make sure that can they have a loyal fan base that can follow them. The Thunder have done it. They have done it and they have taken time to focus and polish their image brand and make sure that they're a basketball brand. But these others have failed at that part. And I take this opportunity to highlight this because for the longest time, digital content creation has been there. If these platforms have been there, these other teams have not taken their time to brand themselves. Umoja are trying, but they cannot do it at the scale of the Thunder. They're just rinse and repeat because if you look at Umoja, they're just a copy-paste of what Equity was a few years ago. And if you look at even the type of basketball they play, they try to play as, they try to play the villain to the Thunder and it's flopping hard. KP have tried to play the villain, that's flopped hard. They've been swept in the finals twice. in back-to-back seasons. And there's been no change. There's been no change in how, marketing in Kenyan basketball has been. Teams are not marketing themselves aside the Thunder. The players are not even marketing their team aside the Thunder. So who actually cares about this game, this Kenya Morans versus the Ghana Revenue Authority game? Who cares? Because if the Thunder are not attached to anything Kenyan basketball currently, they're not even in the country, even their team B, I don't think they can sell tickets like that when the Thunder are they're locked in BAL Season 6. They can't. So it's unfortunate because this one has showed, this thing has shown and shed light on a gray area that Kenyan basketball has tried to hide. The fact that you cannot succeed without the Thunder. Like, Kenyan basketball cannot succeed without the NRBC Thunder. They can't succeed. And NCT have proven that, when you stick to a model of marketing and brand placement, you can succeed in Kenyan b-ball. But other teams are not willing to put in the resources and effort to market themselves in that way. And that's the reason as to why there are no cult followings like that the way the Thunder have. So that is what I wanted to add on as a part 2 on the video, because it's unfortunate. And as the Thunder gear up towards, trying to make history in BAL Season 6, and in BAL Season 5, they wet the bed. They royally screwed up. Can they redeem themselves? That's the big question. And so many people are watching that. The watch party is being set up. I mean, yours truly will see if I can attend one when I'm available. But a lot of content will be coming on your way on that part. But Kenyan basketball is hiding behind the Thunder's shadow. They're hiding, and we are going to see that. We're actually going to see that tonight. And also, we have been seeing that throughout the week, because the moment the Thunder played this team, they battered them from pillar to post and they left the country. I mean, nobody has cared. The fan base for the Thunder left when the Thunder left the country to Pretoria. When I've seen the Equity Dumas and Equity Hawks play these teams, the gym has been empty all through. Nobody's watching, nobody cares. I mean, it's funny to me. I mean, I've been trying to like tell people that, marketing yourself and making sure that your brand is out there and having good brand positioning is good. Even back then when I was working with my partners at UP Sport at the time, marketing is so important. And right now you're feeling the effects of, poor marketing and latching on to somebody else who has an infrastructure like the Thunder. So yeah, man, it really is. I'm waiting on to see what the Thunder are going to do against Dar City. That's the first game. But the BAL Season 6 is tipping off tomorrow, and I'll be, keen and watching everything. And also, my post-game reviews will be available on NBA Kenya on YouTube. Make sure to check out that. And also, I'll be popping up with such videos like this to talk about what has happened, especially post-game pressers. For me, I'll be making such. So make sure to tune in. Follow me on all my socials. You can see them right there. NBA Kenya on Instagram, Ditchball on X, and Ditch Basketball on Facebook. And also I'll be, streaming a bit on Twitch. So Dennis Nderito will be the Twitch handle. And for guys who are interested in streaming, make sure to follow me there on Twitch. I'll be also, releasing streams on that part as well. So I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.